Tigs.
All right, all right, all right. We are
Live, baby, on a Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right?
Wednesday coming in. Yeah, a little earlier, a day
Yeah,
early, Blasey, and for good reason, for very good reason.
that's right. That's right.
Tomorrow, while we're getting our screens, I'm getting mine adjusted too.
Yeah, yeah,
Tomorrow marks, and this is going to blow your mind, Blasey.
yep.
Tomorrow marks my daughter's 21st birthday.
That's insane, brother. That is
My daughter becomes
absolutely
legal drinking age, and
wow. Tomorrow, dang!
tomorrow.
Happy birthday to Miss Haley. That's so cool, man. Like, dang, I remember she was such a little girl. That's
I
wild.
mean, you knew her when she was,
Yes.
I guess, when we lived in Florida, she was 2, 3, 4 years
Yeah.
old, maybe 5.
Yeah. I was thinking 4 or 5 in my mind.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Wow,
I
that's
love
awesome
it.
though. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Like that's so cool, man. Like 21. Man.
21. We're going to go have a little fun to celebrate this, of
Oh,
course.
are you now?
Yeah, I mean, what happens when you turn 21? What's the first thing you want to do, Blasey? Like when you turned 21,
Something.
what was the first thing you wanted to do?
You know what's funny? So when I turned 21, I didn't drink, but I went and bought beer. You know what I mean? I had to buy beer, right? I went and bought
Yeah.
a beer. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I mean,
but
you
I
have
wasn't.
to.
Yeah, I did. But I didn't even drink. But I did. I bought one and I drank one beer that night. You know, like I'm 21.
Like you can do it now.
And
You
there's
can
no
do it.
casinos or anything around, so I couldn't go do that. That's a cool thing too. So at the time, there was none of those. So,
Right.
but
Right. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to the casino. And
oh,
that's what she wanted to do. So she could use her ID, and go in and apparently in Louisiana, when you're a minor, you have a vertical, like you're a TikTok, you have a vertical video, you have a vertical license. And then whenever you become of age, it
you become a
goes
YouTuber.
horizontal
Okay.
like we are currently, and you
Yeah.
have the card. She's dead set on getting that sucker tomorrow. So,
Oh man,
and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Now,
I don't blame
Haley,
her a
if you're
bit.
listening or watching this, if they look at your birth date, they will let you into the casino, and you're with your mom and dad,
But
and
it's
you're
still. I
21.
get it. We didn't have to deal with that because my license was always horizontal, like even from 16 to now.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
So when
Mine
they
too.
identify you that way, like no, now you're vertical. Like I get it. I'd be the same way.
It
I'd
makes
want an
sense.
actual new card. You know what I mean? Like no,
Yeah.
swap that thing out. Give me that. Yeah, I've been here. I'm an OG, not a new G. You know?
An, an OG, not a new G. I
Yeah.
love it. Bubba Fan 69
Yo
is
yo
in the
yo
house.
yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
What is
What is
up?
up? I love it, man. Brian Gilson in the house.
What's up,
Appreciate
Big
you,
Brian?
Brian. What's going on? The Fat
Absolutely.
Pig is back. Love having the Fat Pig in the chat,
Yes,
man. He stirs stuff up a little bit too, and I like it. I
I
like it,
do
Fat
too. I
Pig.
do
Keep it up.
too. The
Keep it up.
fat pig, bring it.
Happy birthday to her,
Paul
Paul Rogers, ladies and gentlemen. I
Rogers.
love it. I love it. Happy birthday. Don't get too drunk. I won't. I know you're talking to me, not her.
I'll try not to, he said. Oh
Oh,
man.
man. Oh, man. So, Blasey, oh, look,
Yeah,
Boog
man.
is in the house. Boog
Oh
is in
yes,
the house.
sir.
Yeah.
I love it. Boog
Boogalicious.
in the house.
Boog will be I can't talk, joining us soon.
He's got the full
Hopefully.
setup. He's got the full setup. He's
really
minus the
does.
phone, but I have a solution for him. And if you're listening, which you are, that audio interface that I have, we can do that audio interface. He can plug that right into that thing, take
Yep.
it, roll it in. He can actually use a lightning cord from a USB.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, Lord. We lost him. I mean, what's new? What's new? We never even really got to know where he was coming from or what was happening, what was going on. Who knows where? He's coming to us, obviously, from an undisclosed location. I don't know exactly where he's coming from, but not surprised to see him not, having connectivity issues once again. Nothing's in the.
If you want
Oh!
something done right, you got to do it your damn self.
Oh!
I mean,
Oh, there he is!
issue, so I had to just boom. Here I am.
Oh!
I'm in here.
You got some alpha?
Oh, damn! I got some. Alpha.
It's alpha time.
I
I think it's alpha time.
It is alpha time. Oh, we both need a little shot of alpha. Oh yeah, one more shot.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
flower.
Tiggy Bill, come on.
A horrible high five.
Yes, it was.
Blasey is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. If you did not know that,
I am in the house.
so pumped to have him in here. He now knows the studio setup. We'll get into this here in just a second of exactly why he's here, what's going on, and all of that good stuff. So honored to have Blasey in the house. I think he has everything back set up. We smell good. Everybody smells good, Bug. And yeah, man, just so happy to have Blasey here. My studio is not set up. It's not conducive for us to I can't hear you. I mean, this is what would happen naturally. I mean, we were having no problems. We created a problem. Actually, he may have been having a problem. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Blasey is here. A lot of fun. And we didn't know how we'd intro that, so I thought that was a good way to do it. Blasey, you got the sound back? Yeah, you're back.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, everything went down.
God,
I
it
got to hear
smells
my
so
mic.
good.
My mic died and everything. Yeah. So, but I am back. Yeah, out here in this beautiful courtyard here at Club La Brantley, Tigs Bit Studio.
Exactly right. Tigs Bit Studio.
You got a fantastic area out here. I'd be out here probably more than I would be in there doing this show if I were you. Feels good. Hey,
it's just now. I mean, I wish I was out there with you, frankly. The weather is just now. I mean, tonight's the first night that the weather's been available to do this outside.
It's nice.
It's nice. It is a lovely little courtyard. It's beautiful. It's the first person ever podcast from it. So we now have, this is now the hub. This is the Tigs Bit Studios, plural.
That's right.
Studios.
That's right.
But as you know, coming in, the looks are a little deceiving here in the Tigs Bits internal studio.
It's crazy.
It's not really conducive to us, doing it together.
Dude, that room looks so huge. It looks so monstrous. Like, I just thought it kept going behind him. I thought actually there's a little bit like over the computer screen, there's a dark space like up there. I thought that was a doorway leading to like another room. I thought it was just like a huge place, and you walk in there, it's very small. It's not much bigger than my studio, you know?
That's exactly right. It's a 20 by 10 shed is what this is, a studio.
Yeah, I think I'm 16 by 10, but yeah, so you got 4 feet on me. That's it.
There you go. I mean, it's 4 feet. I'll take it. Yeah. Fontaine says that you might as well be at props. Absolutely. He I mean, he might as well be.
Might as well be, huh?
Exactly. We've had we've cooked some good food tonight. I thought I just had another alarm go off, which meant that we needed to take it. We already had. That's why we were on Turner time.
We have food's off.
Food's off.
We're on Turner time. We've got 18 thighs in there. I think that should feed the family. And
I just didn't want us to run out.
2.5 pounds of sausage, 12 pounds of vegetables and potatoes. So we should be good.
And I think we're not going to eat any of it, and we're going down to my neighbors. Rumor is they have roast. They have like a pot roast, and that sounds better than what we cooked tonight. We'll see. So we're keeping this as a hard cut tonight. Once again at 8, we're keeping it to an hour tonight. I want you to be able to mingle and meet some of my neighbors.
Actually meet this neighbor. Dude, this is such a cool neighborhood that you're in. Like, these houses, what they're in here, it's like so cool. It has definitely that Louisiana feel and that whole French culture thing. It's cool, man. Like, it's neat.
It's an older neighborhood. It's a great little neighborhood. It's great awesome. Little neighborhood. It's one of the greatest neighborhoods you've ever seen. One of the greatest neighborhoods of all time. I love it. Tigs, do you play that guitar? I dabble with those guitars.
Yes,
As
he does
here's
dabble.
one right here too, off camera that you can't see. I'm not good. I decided basically I kind of started to get into I guess you would call it a midlife crisis maybe at like 35. I'm like, damn it, I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. And I picked it up and I was able to, able to make some music with it and all that. But I'm self taught. I watch videos. I don't have the time to put into it now. It's kind of like playing video games. You can get good at it if you just keep playing. Never would be a touring act. Can I strum a little? Sure. But yeah, no, pretty much like I can't play a whole lot of songs, to be honest with you. I can play a lot of parts of songs, if that makes sense. Maybe
A
one
lot of
night I'll practice a little bit
a
and
lot
we'll
of
and
bits of
a lot of
songs.
bits
A lot
and
of bits
pieces.
and
That's
pieces,
right, man.
baby. G, C, and D, and then drop into a little bit more of you and me.
That's right. Rainey says that Tiggs is back at home base and Blasey is still out seeking adventures. That is true.
That
That
is
is true.
true.
And he is seeking an adventure. Blasey is about 8 feet away from me,
Yeah.
but there's
It,
a brick wall in between us.
yeah. Like if you put your hand up right now, Brantley, you put your hand up. Like
Yeah,
that's
I feel your
literally probably
power.
6 feet. We're probably 6 feet apart right there from a high five.
Easily,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just having fun, and our setup is only conducive to doing it this way without both of our very loud voices bleeding over mics, and
Everybody
this
been
was just,
Rainy getting mad at us and saying you guys suck. Like not you, your
exactly,
audio's
exactly.
terrible. But she's very honest, and I appreciate
I
that
love
so
that.
much. But so we
Yes,
went
yes.
ahead and got out in front of this for her and for the rest of our listeners. And I set up out here so we can still be loud. You can be loud. We can do our thing. Lacey is
Blasey is
homeless.
homeless. It's kind of true. And we know a good realtor in Oklahoma. Blasey, maybe you should
Oh,
roll to
maybe
Oklahoma.
maybe I should. Maybe I should. You never
Yes,
know. I mean, I'm rolling to Dallas tomorrow, so maybe I'll just keep
that
going.
is right.
You
Yes.
know.
Which is why Blasey is here with me. It's an in between. He went
Yep.
to Mobile. I'll let him tell the story, but he's on en route to Dallas and
Yeah.
allegedly, potentially, maybe swinging back by Tiggs this weekend.
Oh, you never
Hey,
know. You never
hey.
know. Yeah, you never know, man. Yeah, so this has been a little road trip. Troy played South Alabama last night in Mobile at Whitney Hancock Stadium.
Lovely
They're
stadium.
lovely stadium. It actually is. It's a fantastic stadium, and so yeah, so I wanted to go to that game, and I've been thinking like I'm gonna go to the game, I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna get up today, or Thursday morning I got to drive all the way to Dallas, and I was like, that's just stupid, So yesterday I rethought the whole deal, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get in my car, I'm gonna go to the game because little Big Russ, I'm gonna call him out again. He was supposed to go with me, and he backed out, so it really opened up the doors for this whole trip. So thank you so much, honestly, for backing out because it made this possible. I didn't have to go to Mobile, then turn around and drive back today to drop you off. So went to Mobile, South Alabama, Troy. We're terrible. We're terrible. Like I don't even want to say that. I've been thinking we're improving. Like I'm hanging on. You know what? We're not a good football team. I'm not going to keep going on that. We're just not a good football team. I was going to say more, but like my mama said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, just shut your mouth. So I'm going to shut my mouth. But that stadium, dude, was rocking last night. Their student section was absolutely packed. They brought the heat. So cool, man. My buddy Brett O'Rell, he's got like a big tailgate tent area. He got me tickets to the game. He's a big supporter over there as well, and a Troy graduate, but lives in Mobile and got a surveying company. So that was so cool, just hanging out with him and going to the game. And then here I am today. Got up, drove on over, stopped in at a Beta Beer,
You
and look at
did.
this beer, Barney.
Oh, you got that Barney. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. They had that Barney beer at a Beta today. I was like, I gotta buy the Barney beer. That's their Purple Haze and their Andy Gator mixed. So
That's a
such a good
strong
beer.
beer.
It's a strong beer. Would
Yeah.
would you like one?
I will have one later for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll bring
Yes,
you one. If
for
not.
sure.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so I got to be in Dallas on Friday morning at 8:30. So long story short, so I just came on over here. I'm here tonight. Going to get up in the morning, drive on to Dallas, be there, set up, be there for Friday, and then you never know. I may come back here and hang out Saturday and watch college football because there's some good games on. Not featuring my Troy Trojans who aren't very good anymore. So yeah,
Well,
I'm ready for Scott Cross and take the stairs and basketball season. So there it is.
yep,
There's the
there,
update of why I'm here and where I'm going.
that's right. There you go. There you have it. And speaking of updates, I mean, let's pull it up. It's that time
Let's see where
of the
the handler
night.
is.
Pull it up, Justin. I should have Justin Moore's tour freaking memorized by this point, but I don't. We know he's not joining us tonight. He doesn't have shows for a couple of weeks. He did tell us that he was doing some side stuff. He was out of pocket. Always an outside chance the handler comes
He could
in
still
and
pop
joins
in
us
at
at some
any
point.
Like you never know.
You never know. You never know. But highly unlikely tonight. It seems. Hopefully, we're hoping to get back in our normal rhythm. We've been able to continue to make shows, put shows out, do stuff. But Blasey is a traveling man. He's been on the road for forever. I've been on the road for 2 or 3 weeks. I'll be back on the road. Like, we're gonna have a tough fall, but we're gonna get it done. And next week we're going to get some good, fresh, new content.
Speaking of fresh content, dude, you've been killing it with the Tales from the Tailgate. Like, that has been one of the coolest things, man, you've done. That is so awesome. Getting those interviews, being out there with all the dang, just taking that energy in from a LSU tailgate, which is absolutely insane to begin with. All you need is a microphone and just come over here, let's talk. You know what I mean? So, dude, those are cool. If y'all hadn't seen those, you got to go check those out. Those Tales from the Tailgate. I think you just dropped a new one today on Patreon, right?
It's on Patreon now, so y'all can go check that out. Just search Tigs Bits at Patreon, and you can pull it up. All you have to do is be a member. There are paid memberships and all that, but you can watch that video. You get early access now just by signing up and joining and being a free member. And we release a lot of our stuff, a lot of content that we do not put out. Like, we are both, and JR too, we have so much content that we are all three putting it that we can't put it all out on social media. A lot of that stuff's going to Patreon, and a lot more of that stuff's going to be going to Patreon as well. So if you like the behind the scenes stuff and like to hear us a little more unfiltered than we are even on this show, go over there and check it out. But I tell you what, Blasey, speaking of Tales from the Tailgate, the Ole Miss version this past weekend, you've watched it. I showed you the in Premiere Pro, some of the stuff that did not make the show.
Could be as you could create a whole other show with the outtakes, and it might even be better than what you put out there. It's so good, man. It's just gold. What is that gold. One guy, man? There was this one guy that just came by, being toted by his buddies. Like, he looked like he was done, and suddenly he just somehow came to life, and then left the same way. It was so bizarre. Like, dude, I wish you had that. Available.
I got it. Also, at the same time, and of course, I wanted to put this in the Tales from the Tailgate this week, but it did not. It didn't make the cut. He was the 1,000th subscriber on YouTube. By the way, we now have 1,002, I believe, subscribers on YouTube.
Dude, we made it to 1,000. That has been a huge goal of ours from the beginning. We were like, if we can ever get to 1,000, that's where things start.
That's where things start to
change.
Exactly
that's where you start to grow. The game-changing spot. So thank y'all so much, man. All 1,002 of you who subscribe to this channel. I mean,
spread, and so all of y'all that are watching this now, spread the word, share it with a friend, tell folks, like, if you like some dudes having fun, share it. We got a lot of stuff coming along too. I mean, there's things in the work. It's been a fun night tonight for Blasey and I, because we got to actually talk. That's why we really were running a little bit late. We were doing a little cooking, doing all that, but we were chatting, catching up. And we don't usually get to do that for an hour or 2 hours before we do a show tonight. So we got to have a little business meeting, if you will, beforehand. But
we did.
Going back to this dude, check this video out. The 1,000th subscriber. This did not make the cut, but it should. We finally hit 1,000, and it took
4 digits.
It took an Okie from Muskogee, not necessarily from Muskogee, but it took an Okie.
Love from around the continent.
Love from around the continent. Oklahoma State takes us to 1,000 I am now a man.
Congrats. Congratulations.
I'm now a man.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, man.
That's a very
I'm
big
proud of you.
compliment. Keep up the work.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This guy's hammered.
How about them Tigers?
How about
Hey, yo,
them
f*** Ole Miss. Fuck Ole Miss.
Is this a video?
Yes.
Is this a video?
Them damn old piss fucking. All they do is complain and complain and complain. Go Tigers!
Let's hear them.
I got something to say. 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 Hey,
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
Now watch him get carried away again. Just like he came in. Look at this. He gets carried away again by his buddies. He just assumed the position of being carried. He came in like this, being carried, was able to get by himself and talk, and then get carried away again as he left. That was unbelievable. That's mind-blowing.
Man. It is. Didn't make the cut for Tales for the Tailgate, so you can only imagine what
How good it is inside there. It is.
Yeah,
That's true.
it is. Hey, honestly, it's not that raw, and I know our crowd. I know who's in here. I like our people. That's probably the best part. I mean, for us, it's like. But at the end of the day, my litmus test is, can my mama watch this? And I don't know if mama would be too proud of that whole exchange. I didn't do anything wrong,
No,
but
you
I mean, it's.
But it was just like Weekend at Bernie's. It was like Bernie dead, then he came to life, did his little thing. He's got something to say. His face was so ridiculous looking. Like, I can't believe he was able to
He
function.
looked like,
and then he got right back into getting carried off mode.
Who's
That was
that guy? Who's the guy that was in the crypto? That Sam whatever.
Oh, Sam's. Yeah. Yes.
That
Sam.
cat. That's who
I
it
won't say Sam
was. I'm
Snead,
pretty
but it's not
sure
Sam
that's who that
Snead, but-
was. Sam Friedman, wasn't that
Sam
his name?
Friedman. Yeah, that's
Chet, help
it.
us?
Yeah, it looks like him. Yeah, that throw it. Yeah.
That's exactly
Sam Friedman
who.
Floyd or whatever it is. Yeah.
That's who it was. It had to
Fried,
be.
yeah.
Unreal.
I am curious though, when you're out there, because dude, the questions you ask, it's so cool. Like, to watch people engage. You just throw a mic. Hey, what do you think's gonna happen tonight? Where you from? Like, talk to me about this. And people are just so eager to just talk. Right? They see that microphone. It's so cool. When you're out there? What's the number one question that people ask you? Versus you asking them though. Like, what do they ask you when you say you're with Tigs Bits Podcast?
It's easy. It's easy. You make any money? You make any money you make money having a podcast?
I guess that's universal, isn't it?
I think it is. I'm
It
sure
is.
that you
It
get
is.
it at props and people are like,
It really is.
y'all
Wow.
are all over our socials and stuff like that. Like, it's a great question though.
It is a great question though. Yeah.
We are starting to make money though, Blasey.
Slowly. Yep.
If you asked us this question, and I don't, my default answer, Blasey, no.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, no.
I haven't paid one
it's
bill.
a hobby.
I haven't paid a bill. Yeah, I haven't paid any bills.
No, it hadn't
paid.
paid a single bill.
I hadn't
not
even
yet.
paid my propane tank bill, like to cook crawfish in. Not yet. No, it doesn't pay bills yet.
Not
It's-
yet.
But it's creating stuff where we can actually start reinvesting in the show. We're at that level,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
phenomenal. It's fantastic. But yeah, we're still trying to get there and always
We're
looking
getting
for
there.
ways
we're
that we
getting
can
there,
get
and we look-
creative and do more stuff. So yes, absolutely.
We've had several donations. Appreciate all of them. If you want to send us a donation, you can do that at our Venmo, Tigs Bits Show LLC. Just type that in. If you're having trouble with that, shoot us a DM on whatever social media platform you're on and all that. We'll gladly accept it. We're continuing to up the ante, if you will, because we ain't going anywhere. It is a hobby in a sense, but it's a hobby that we see. Like I was telling Blasey earlier tonight, that what we've made a conscious choice to be a public figure
We have.
now. And
We have.
And I think that I'm going to do this until the day I die in some form or fashion. You're going to hear something from me, like it or not.
I think so too. I mean, there's no way that this is so fun to do. And you're right. You know what? You bring up an interesting point, and I want to get back to the, the whole thing. First of all, every donation at this point, I can tell you, it's just like people say with like a nonprofit. At this point in the show, 100% of proceeds are being reinvested into the show.
Yeah.
I'll
We were
be the
talking
first one to
equipment
tell you when
earlier,
we
like-
actually turned a profit and we actually
Yeah.
like paid out something, some sort of a dividend, within the LLC. But like, yeah, at this point, everything is a reinvestment. So thank you so much for any $5, $10, whatever. So,
Every bit.
but secondly, I've been a little bit apprehensive because, by nature, I've never been a social media person when it comes to like Facebook, when it comes to Instagram, even X. But for years, I was just always used as a news source. I didn't have Facebook at all. I have Instagram at all. Even though I love doing this show, I'm still in this grappling mode of like doing the show and then still staying private. Like, and there's a point where you just have to go, you know what? I'm just going to have to put myself out there fully and just make sure that what I put out there is what I want people to see. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've still been going through a little internal battle on that, but I'm at a point where I've got it. So I've got Instagram now. I have a Facebook. My Instagram's still private. I need to get a little looser.
So
you know what I mean?
That's a question I've been wanting to know. Like, you keep popping up on my Facebook. Is that really you? We have like 9 mutual friends in common, 6.
I still haven't accepted you, have I?
I haven't sent you a friend request. I didn't know if it was you or not because I didn't know if you were on Facebook. But you don't want your Facebook blasted. I get that. Your Facebook is our page. It's the Tigs Bits page.
Yeah, I get it, and I haven't accepted. I don't think I've accepted one friendship on Facebook. Like,
well, you've accepted 6 mutual friends of
have
mine.
I? Okay,
so,
well maybe
so
maybe I have a couple.
Somebody, please.
Okay, well it's very small. I know there's a list
but I haven't
this long of people asking. It's not that I'm just like, do I really want to do this? Even though I have it, do I really want to do it? So, but I'm at a point where I'm about to do it. I'm about to just be all in and just go for it. Like, just this is what we do. You know what I mean? This is who we are, and if I'm going to do it,
we are.
I can't tiptoe around it. So, yeah. I think this is, you know what? I think this is an awakening for me tonight, and I'm going to go all in. I'm in, Tigs. Let's do it. I'm all in on all aspects, even my personal life. Let's just do it. Let's roll. Let's go. Here we go. See?
Yeah.
Breaking barriers tonight. Where's JR when you need him?
Exactly. JR, I'll tell you what, like if JR came in right now, then the show would we would not have a hard stop at 8 tonight. Because he has so daggum much stuff to tell us.
Yes, he does.
Unreal, everybody. We've teased it. We talked about it, I think, last week when we were live of just some of the stuff. But, I mean, it just keeps coming. Like, unbelievable stuff. Did you?
Dude, this chair.
Hey, you got shocked again?
Hey, this chair is like electrified. It shocked me like 5 times. I mean, hardcore. Into my calf, down my leg, into my pinky toe. And there's nothing connecting this. It's on concrete. There's no electricity anywhere. It is just static electricity, but it builds up at a high level. What is going on here, buddy?
Well, I don't know. There are no wires connected to it as we've looked.
I think you're going to show me. There's one actually coming out of the wall right into it, just as a joke.
Well,
anyway,
I mean,
sorry. It just got me
it's
again.
kind of like those, like it's like an electric fence. At a farm,
Bolt sakes.
Yeah, I got one of them tied into that. It's grounded over. You can't see the wire, but it runs from behind. I'm morbid like that. Don't worry about it. No, I'm playing. That is not.
You probably
happening.
have a button inside there, so you can just shock me out here and just watch me.
I wish I did. That would be great. No, 100%. I do believe the dry air is to blame for that. Good Lord,
and my
doesn't
excitement.
It do good?
I've been doing a lot of this too. So I've been probably building up some extra electricity,
You definitely have, but there's nothing there for you to like. I don't know what is making you become a
shock.
It's the seat. It's the fabric you're sitting on.
It is. It's the fabric.
That's what
fabric
it is.
On the seat, and then I pop my leg on my calf on the back of the chair. And dude, I'm telling you, pop. You heard it popping earlier.
I did hear it
pop a couple times.
You could if it was dark, you could see the little. You could have seen the little lightning bolt. Yeah. And look, yes, exactly, Rainey. I've got him outside. He's in unsafe conditions. Welcome to Tigs Fit Studio. It's not OSHA regulated here. Okay, we're not OSHA approved
Get a workers' comp claim out of this deal.
It's exactly what's going to happen. I do want to hear more from Rainey at some point in time. She wrote and directed a 9-minute Halloween video. She's hooked on it. She loves the process. Exactly. I mean, that's kind of like doing a podcast.
Put that out there.
See the video.
How
Please share that with us.
Yes.
I want to see it.
Send it over to us.
See it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
She also says if you would wear the alpha, maybe your friends would let you inside. We're all wearing. The Alpha is strong, brother. I can tell you that.
The
It
Alpha's
doesn't
stout.
leave.
No, it does
But
not.
it's
It stays
light.
with you.
It smells nice.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel good. Blakey, one thing I wish that I had tonight to share, and we kind of said we would do this last week, but we still haven't done it. Maybe next week. I think it will. It will happen next week. 100%. It may happen this weekend. Is you and these AI songs.
Oh man.
Unbelievable.
Wow, game changing stuff, dude. So first of all, I heard about that on Bubba's show. So Bubba, I got to give Bubba the Love Sponge all the credit.
Yes.
He was telling some
I'll
listeners.
listen to that show. That was
Yes,
a fun
you're right.
show.
He was telling how you can do this, and so I started exploring that, and I found an app that I downloaded. Man, I say written loosely, but I've produced or AI produced or whatever, probably 40 songs, and unbelievable,
40?
dude. At least 40. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, it's unreal to the level of the quality that you can do and how dialed in you can get. You can get a genre, you can get an artist. Like this is a style of music I did one like Rage Against the Machine style. Here's the topics that I want. Here's what I want included in the song. Here's what I'm trying to do. Here's a chorus. And then it produces this song in about 5 minutes. It's unbelievable how good of a job it does. I mean, it's crazy. Like I'm at the point with our Props Pickle Posse, which I won't get into all that we do, which is kind of a goofy thing in our neighborhood.
That song slaps, by the way.
It does. And I've got a whole album though. I've got 9 songs. I'm almost have a full album ready to release. I'm gonna have an album probably like a release party coming up the first of next week or sometime. So
Tell them the idea, Blakey. Tell them it's fine. It's a light crowd tonight. They need to know.
Yeah, dude. So I'll tell you this. So with our Props Pickle Posse, right? It's a group of we're kind of a mafioso type situation where we offer prosperity, we offer protection, and we do it for a small fee of 10% of your revenue of your company. So anything your business is doing or whatever, we just get a little squeeze on that action. And so we've got a founding father core there. We got Joe, who's the boss. I'm the underboss. We've got Big Russ. Yeah. And then we got Little Big Russ in there as well. We have Todd Novak in there as well. We got a couple of enforcers.
How's Todd's shoulder, by the way?
No, that's Big Russ's shoulder. He's the one that had surgery.
No, Todd is the guy who kept throwing at the.
Oh, his shoulder's fine, but Big Russ had shoulder replacement surgery, so that's why I was wondering. Like his whole shoulder had to be replaced, so that's the shoulder. Yeah, his shoulder's fine now. His shoulder's fine.
Still worried
Todd
about him.
MF and Novak.
Love him.
I even wrote a song in there called Todd MF and Novak. Like we have that as part of the album release. So yeah, so we've got this good crew, and then so what we're gonna do, we're producing this album. We're thinking, man, this thing's gonna be so good. We're gonna put the album out there. People are gonna love it, and they're gonna want to come to a show, but we really can't play. So what we're gonna do is sit on a stage. We're gonna face our backs to the crowd in recliners while watching a football game. Play our album, have stripper poles, and have strippers behind us. There's the entertainment.
Kid Rock style.
Kid Rock style. Every once in a while, I'll get up, play a little air guitar, then lay back down in the recliner and keep watching football. Dude, I think we could sell out, those medium venues that hold, 500 to 1,500 people. I think we could sell those out across the country.
Kind of in like a, what's his name? The comedian Bubba was on. Oh, crap. I'm talking about. Help me out, chat. Eric Andre. Like
yes,
Eric Andre.
Yeah, like Eric Andre show. Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
But
very similar.
Okay.
But a concert show, and then, hey. I think
you have a concept, but I think that you're gonna have the strippers make it outrageous. You could make a killing in Panama City. Start there.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Probably the Golden Nugget might have. We might could just go into the Golden Nugget that night and use their stripper poles in their strip club. You know what I mean? And just set up on stage and have everybody watch that. Still tip.
Maybe a potential sponsor of the Tigs Bit Show.
I think so.
Golden Nugget,
folks.
City.
Golden
Beach.
Nugget, Panama City Beach. And then if not, Bambi's over in Parker, Florida. Bambi's.
Didn't see strip club shout-outs coming up tonight.
Ladies to the front stage for the shoe show. Ladies to the front stage.
Oh, my God. You're made for this.
I was made for that. Yes, I know.
Wow.
Thinking about doing that in retirement. Yeah.
I
All right, fellas, let's get your dollar bills out. Everybody get your dollar bills out. The ladies on the stage, roll call. Roll call.
God, I had no idea this was in him. And you're here in my house, but yet you seem so far away.
Oh, that's so good.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I think there's wheels there. I think some things can happen. We get props behind them somehow or another. You know, I don't know.
You
if
never
it
know.
worked
I think we got to hit
necessarily in Hammock
early.
Bay.
We got to hit aggressive and early because I think there's going to be some kind of patent infringement. All this stuff's going to take place where there's going to be a war over all this music. Somebody has a number one hit and they get 100 million views on YouTube. Who owns it? I created that in AI. Does AI own it? Do I own it? Does anybody own it?
I don't think anybody owns
to create revenue.
But I'll tell you, and you may not know this, you probably don't because you're not posting stuff to all of the social media channels as often as I am for us. But like even in YouTube, there's a thing, is this AI content? And you check yes or no. And so, I mean, you could have AI content and check no. I mean, how does it know? But it does because everything's digital. Mm-hmm. And somehow or another, I don't know what kind of tag that's in the deal that it leaves, but people don't know. Computers know exactly what it is. So I think my personal opinion is that all of these songs, why I hope and pray, number one, that this works out and it works.
We're definitely going to sell out strip clubs across the country.
And that's great. I'm fine with doing that. Look, Motley Crue has made a living off of Girls, Girls, Girls just by itself. Why can't we have a Girls, Girls, Girls that's AI generated? There's a window, Blasey.
Yeah. There's
a window. It's about this big with the new technology of where the laws have not caught up to the things. And there is right now on Spotify, there are songs that are hits that people have millions of downloads. I don't know them. I can't give you an example, but I've read this and I do believe it, that are AI generated content. These songs, and again, we'll share them hopefully next week from Blasey. They're hits. They jam. The rock songs have a little bit of a Nickelback feel to them.
They do. It's funny. That's exactly what Todd Novak was like. He said that sounds like Nickelback.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
But Nickelback is a great a great Canadian rock band, and they're fabulous. Number one, Nickelback got a lot of heat because they had so many damn number ones that were on rock radio at the time, and I get it, but they're strong. I've never seen them live, and that's a band that I do want to see. But anyhow, I don't think that we own it. I don't think if you just put words into there, it's just like Chat GPT. But at the same time, do I own the email that I occasionally use Chat GPT to help me formulate? I'll write an email. I'll take it, copy it, put it in there, and ask it to make. I'm not asking it to fix grammatical things. I'm asking it to make it better. Or right, or what, whatever.
But are they keeping like logs of all this and like, I don't know. So let me ask you this.
Who is they?
So, exactly. Any of the AI companies, first of all, whoever's helping
they are. Sure
it's all.
That's a fact.
There's a watermark on everything at some point, but
that's a good way, Blasey. That's a good way. That's a good way to say it. That's what it is. It's a watermark, a digital watermark on somehow. Sorry for interrupting you, but that's exactly what it is.
But does YouTube care? Like if I did an AI, I said yes, this is AI, and I did it. Can you still get paid from a YouTube, or is it like a copyright infringement strike?
I don't know what it means. Honestly, I really don't know. How do you govern it? That's the big thing. And that's why we're in the wild, wild west right now of AI. And there are people that are going to become millionaires. I do not believe either of us that y'all are looking at will become millionaires because
we'll become billionaires. That's right, because we'll be so far out in front of this. We'll be billionaires while everybody else becomes millionaires. And there's an opportunity for other people as well.
Maybe we do become the next Joe Rogans somehow or another. Tales from the Tailgate. Cooking recipes, you just
selling out
at
strip clubs
exotic
across the
places.
country.
Like I think you
yeah.
just need to never have a home. You need to be in
Yeah,
a
you go
different
homeless.
location every. Yes, you're homeless,
Yeah.
like Rainey
Just say,
said.
yeah.
And
I'll just sell my house.
that's the deal. Like, where's Blasey coming to us from tonight?
This
Will
week. That'd be part of the
JR
whole
hop in?
part of my whole shtick. I think so. I think so. I mean, yeah, man, my wheels are really turning here on this whole deal. It's like, hey, listen, I will say this. I've been working on, like, first of all, I'm not a musician, but I have tried to, like, in my mind, like, write a few songs. And there's like, let's give me a handful, maybe 6 songs I've been trying to write over the years. And I got stuck on most of them, whether it be, I've got a great chorus, I've got whatever it is, and I get through parts of it, and I just can't keep going. There was one country song, it was just a fun country song that I had, and I did it. It was almost, so it was cool that it produced it so fast, but it was also so frustrating because I've been struggling for so long.
Yeah.
And in less than 5 minutes, it put this all together and put my thoughts and ideas in and with it, and it was like, well, that's exactly what I was trying to do, and it was amazing though, it was such a crutch and such a help. So, at the same time, like, is it okay to have like a little help with something, right? We get help with a lot of other things, there's so many things that you get autocorrect, you get spell check, you get, why is this, because it's a little bit stretched out a little further, why is it any different than any of those other tools that we use each and every day,
I mean, I can tell you we wouldn't be where we are. I think overall we have around 15 or 16,000 followers just on our social media pages combined that, started from 0 a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, but really the build started a year and a half ago. I attribute all of that to AI. I mean, I really do. I mean, a lot of hard work. I've done a lot of work we've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of hard work, all of us. But if it wasn't for AI, we'd be putting one video out a week. It was me.
If that.
If that. And, and it's not even like, I don't even use it to chop up videos. I've used that stuff to make videos. I customize our videos now because I can use AI in so many other ways that help us to just get through a day quickly, and it just knows it knows those thoughts. It's
like,
just unbelievable.
It is.
Do any of you guys use Chat GPT on a daily basis? Because what I've been discovering, I've been out in the streets, Tiggy on the streets, can't record videos, but I've been enrolling people, doing what I do, selling insurance and advising folks on different insurance products and all that. Well, we have conversations, Blasey, and one of the things, I mean, I wish I could record everything because they're mini podcasts. Like I have 15 to 20 mini podcasts a day with conversations with people because it's just the way that I like to talk and ask questions. And sometimes, occasionally, it has come up that they use Chat GPT just out of nowhere. They just like, well, I use Chat GPT, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. So it is being used, I think, more than people think. There are more adopters of it. Like Rainey says, we're the first to the AI scene. LOL. No, we're totally not. And we know that. But I think
once you're there, it's one of those things like you can't look away from. Like once you see it and you understand like what it can do for you, like how do you not utilize it? Because you're kind of a fool if you don't, unless you're just, have this huge staff around you and all this other stuff or whatever. You're just kind of blocked from it where you don't have to do it. And everything you do is working phenomenal. But if you're trying to create something, you're trying to grow something, there's so many tools to help make this so much easier. It's like, what was that commercial back in the day at BASF? We don't make things, we make things better. And that's what AI does. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily, actually they do. They kind of make things and they make them better. You know what I mean? It's like, you just give me a little bit of information and I'll do the rest for you. So it's a heck of a tool, man, but it's scary too, right? Everybody says it's scary, it's crazy, wild, but it's not that wild. It's actually here and it's now. And either you kind of better get up on it and let it be part of what you're doing, or you may get left behind in whatever it is you're doing. So
dang
that's my
right.
opinion. Yeah.
Paul Rogers says not on a daily basis, but he does use it. Rainey says that she doesn't. She's used them before to create a listing description, hated it. it would make a fixer-upper sound phony in a mansion. Look, I'm going to give you some insider stuff right now. Rainey, what you just said is 100% accurate. And I see people on social media that post things, and they're too long. Like, if you can't say it in 100 characters or less on social media, then you probably don't need to say it. You don't need to have all the emojis and all that stuff, which is what ChatGPT gives you. You can use different prompts to break it down, to make it shorter. You can specify, give me this in 100 characters or less, or whatever that number is that you like to do. So you can kind of customize it. Those are there's a Tigs Bits, an AI
Yes.
Tigs Bits tip if you're using it, but you can kind of use it to do that. But I know exactly what she means, exactly what she's saying, and it does. It makes them, it's just like, yeah, this is a robot, spit this out. So you got to kind of figure out how to make it, customize it, make it work for you. I look at it as a personal assistant. It's just an extension of me. It knows as much about me as anything, and you can ask it. And if you go on Reddit, I saw Fontaine likes to go look at concerts and stuff on Reddit. You go to Reddit and you start looking at what all ChatGPT prompts you can use and stuff like that. Be careful. If you want to know a lot about yourself, and especially if you've had it for a long time, like I put so much of our show stuff into it.
And it learns. It learns over time.
It says memory updated, and it's learning. So like it knows who you are. It knows who I am. I can ask it to write me a description right now and of what we are talking about, and give it 5 words, and it's dead on to everything that we've talked about in this whole show.
It is dead on. Even the AI music app, I've written multiple songs for our show, and I'll put in like minimal information, about like, hey, this is Tigs Bits podcast. We got hosts, we got Tigs, we got JR, we got Posse, One Man Posse. We talk about this, and this, write a song about X, you know what I mean? And then it'll spit it out. Not only will it spit that song out, it understands the dynamics of our show, because it actually digs deeper and figures out the show. And it talks about kind of what you do on the show, what I do on the show. And like, I'm always coming in, being disruptive and bringing humor and this, and you doing this, you're kind of running point. It's like, dude, it understands our show. You know what I mean? If you just said the show in there, it breaks it down. So it goes way deeper than those 200 characters or whatever that I put in, because it understands stuff. It's crazy.
Blasey, do you think that, and I got to think that it does, because we're talking about a lot of the same things, that it is connecting your Chat GPT with what I talk about on mine, and somehow
it is. It's all that whole universe is connected.
Isn't it
It
crazy?
absolutely is utilizing it, because I'll put in stuff and it just breaks stuff down to the level. It's like, hold on, I didn't give it that much information. How does it know this? Because it knows this because it did a deeper dive when it was in that 4 minutes or whatever it was writing that song. It went in and just really understood the whole dynamics and then brought it back together. It's crazy, man.
It is.
Yeah.
And you know what else is crazy?
What's that?
And I got to say, we got to give a big, loud shout out in the Tigs Bits neighborhood tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Mr. John Stecker is here. That's it. I damn near lost my voice at the LSU Ole Miss game.
Dude, what's crazy, I could hear you through that brick wall.
I'm so loud.
I thought the wall was just going to crumble.
Yeah.
That'd been something. Get electrocuted out here by this chair again.
Got it.
Bricks on top
Ding!
of me.
Let me hit that again. Ding!
Yeah,
This has been a fun show. I think you should come to us live from a few feet away more often, Blasey.
I think so, too.
Love it.
I think so,
Oh,
too.
guess who we also have in here tonight?
Who's that? Who we got?
Mr. SC, our Canada man.
Our friendly Canadian.
SC.
Canadian in the house. What part of Canada is he in? Did he say? Is it
Let us know
can't
again, SC. I can't remember.
Hang on, I'm trying to remember. I thought I knew
I'm
this.
terrible. I don't know all of my provenances. Isn't that aren't that what isn't that what they're called?
Province.
Providence.
Or Province? Province?
Just looking stupid. Don't care. As you see from Tales from the Tigs bits, not afraid to just look like an idiot. Don't care. Because I am. I'm basically what I often describe myself as a big dumb animal. I'm just a big dumb animal, folks.
Animal.
Yeah. That's all I am. That's all
Yeah,
I am.
French Canadians, which that's a whole different deal too. You know, my buddy Francis, who lives up there, he's cool. Like we work together, but yeah, they speak
British
French,
Columbia.
You know? British Columbia. That's exactly. I was about to say that, but I wasn't going to be 100% sure. Yep, LWC. There you go. Duh.
But what does SC mean?
Oh.
If you want to tell us, let us know. If not,
South
you
Carolina.
want to remain anonymous. Well, South Carolina, they
British Columbia, Southern Columbia.
There it is. Thank you, Xerxes. Xerxes is in the house. Appreciate the chat. There's
what's
6
up? Xerxes in the house.
provinces,
Yes.
provinces, whatever they are.
There's no D, right?
None but love for Canada, though.
Yeah.
I have nothing but love. I've never been to Canada.
I've never been to Canada either.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
So.
JR went recently. You know, he was up there and did the whole Niagara Falls on the American side, Canadian side, did the whole deal. So that's cool. And
Vancouver Island, nice. Yeah, I want to go. I'm a liar. I have been to Canada.
what?
I've been to Canada.
How do you forget that?
Well, I mean, it was very.
How do you forget you?
I've been to
Canada,
Vancouver. It was, I
What?
think it was Vancouver. I was on a cruise, man. We ported
okay.
somewhere.
So it's in a port. So in your mind, you're on a cruise.
I don't count ports. I mean,
Yeah,
I
get
do
it, I get
count
it, I
them,
get it.
but there's 10. Okay, Xerxes was wrong. Paul has Canadian ties totally. Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. Blazy, how crazy is it that we're sitting at my house here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we talk to people that live in Canada. We have Tales from the Tailgate. These people are coming from all over the United States. This week we have Boston.
Switzerland or some stuff like too, right?
Unreal. Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Insane.
This whole deal is more than exceeded my wildest expectations of anything that would ever happen with us just starting a podcast. And I know it has to have with you as well.
Dude, it's awesome. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's taking that conversation that I've always enjoyed having when I go and I'm traveling for work and I'm sitting at a bar and there's just somebody next to me and we just start talking and connecting, putting stuff together. It's just amplified that so much more. You know what I mean? And that's what's cool about it. You know, like it's putting so many things together so quickly, kind of like AI.
Like just super fast. I know you're not Canadian, Paul. Paul's not Canadian. He's making that very clear. I know that, but you're just from up north, okay? So you're close to Canada. In our mind, just like whenever somebody says, you're from
Canadian.
Louisiana.
No, I'm kidding, Paul.
Just totally kidding. Whenever somebody says, oh, you're from Louisiana, you must be from New Orleans. No, there's more the Louisiana than New Orleans. Like nobody's really that you talk to is from, you'll know if they're from New Orleans. And you know if they're from Lafayette by their accent. When yeah, exactly. Yeah. A New Orleans accent, they sound more like a Bostonian, whom we had the privilege of interviewing this week on Tigs Bits. I've released that little short clip out there, but it's also in the Tales from the Tigs Bits. It's coming out, the full interview tomorrow, but you could definitely pick up their accent. And I love that.
Oh my God.
It's
unbelievable.
I love it.
Dude, it's crazy though. Like still, if you drive, I get in my car, I'm in Florida. I go into Alabama. And there's some French influence in Mobile, like as far as the architecture, right? But when you still talk, it's still like somebody from Alabama, Southern accent. But you just keep going. You barrel through Mississippi, which is just Southern accent. And then next thing you know,
slow down Southern accent in Mississippi, they really start.
They really do. They get really deep into what they're trying to say there. And so, but then suddenly you just drive like another hour and it's like, have we entered into a different country? Like it is so unbelievable. It still blows my mind. And if you blow through it, you're back in Texas, which is more that Southern drawl again coming back in. Just a little different there, a little more heavy. But what happened? It's so, and I understand what happens. A French, I get all that. It's so
Yeah.
amazing though to me that this little place, it's just you get out of the car and I just love to walk into a gas station. It's like, man, I was an hour away, and it's like I just traveled to a different part of the world. You know,
So
it is
so good.
It's unbelievable.
It's fun, is
It
what
is
it is,
fun.
and it look, it's the
It's
same.
mind blowing
so,
though.
Well, I've been in Lafayette for the last 2 weeks, and I've been working with teachers, and
Yeah.
and occasionally I've been immediately asked, "Where are you from?" I'm like, and my answer to that is every single time is obviously not here. I live in Baton Rouge. I live 66 miles away, but Baton Rouge is different, dude. Baton Rouge is like you have New Orleans accents, the Yats, you have that whole deal, and the way that they talk is more like folks up in the Northeast, and that's only specific to New Orleans. Like that, you don't get that anywhere else within a damn near 1,000-mile radius of New Orleans. It's just there. I don't understand. I have people who can probably come on to the show and explain that. But then you go to Acadiana, which is where a lot of my friends, where the Cajun Tiger tailgate folks are from.
Like
from
Pierre
Eunice.
Part, Morgan City, and all that stuff. Dude,
Well,
that's
Pierre
crazy.
Part,
You can't
yeah,
even you can't even understand them.
No, Homa. I mean, it gets thick. It gets thick, as they say, the accent. And yeah, I'm a dead giveaway that I'm from the above the Mason-Dixon line in Louisiana, which is I-10.
You're basically
I-10
me.
south.
You're basically me on the accent thing. I'm a little more southern, I think, but like still, it's crazy. Like it's so different. Y'all are just, it's unbelievable what's happening in this whole state. Like in all the differences, like nuances from just a few miles away. You know,
It's the greatest state in the world, in my opinion. I love the state
it's
of
the most
Louisiana.
interesting state in the world.
It's the
I will
most
say that.
unique.
It
It's
is.
the most unique state in all of the United States. It has the best food in all of the United States.
That I'll agree with.
It has some of the best football in the whole United States. You can't disagree with it. Some of the best.
Very good football.
And it has some of the best music in the whole
I totally agree.
world.
And some of the craziest people.
And all of the craziest people.
Yes.
And
Don't forget that part.
No. I mean, the thing is like, and that's what Tiger Stadium was this past Saturday night, Blasey. Kind of, we're going to close this out.
Yeah.
Been to a lot of games, and look, does that LSU Ole Miss game, is that like number 5 of all time for me? Maybe I could entertain it. Is it number 1? No. Is it number 10? Maybe I could probably entertain it. I haven't sat down, and recency bias, I've got to move away from it. But I can tell you this, I've never in my life seen Tiger Stadium like it was that night because of the ambiance, the lights, all of the new LED
and those bracelets
lights.
that they were wearing, right?
The
They did
bracelets, I forgot to bring it in.
That the Lightning do, yeah.
Yes. I showed Blasey some of the footage. I was like, this didn't make tails either, but because I don't know what to do with it, but it's for me, and it will be used. But the whole place, like they go to a TV timeout, and the music would start, and all of the stadium lights are out, and it was just purple and gold lights. You could barely see the field. You could just see them kind of glowing. You could see it. They could see enough. Like, they're all looking at screens now.
Sure.
You don't have to look at chalkboards and all that. Those days are done. So the screens light up. It makes sense as to why they're doing it the way they're doing it. It wasn't possible until now. And then you have 102,000 people wearing synchronized bracelets. And then Boosie comes over the speakers at concert level, because they put new speakers in that place too. It will vibrate you. And they showed off. They had not done it for the first 2 or 3 games.
And
they waited until
the
100th anniversary, the first like real night game. And they pulled out all of the tricks, and holy cow, Death Valley's a whole different place now. Unreal. It turned into a club, dude. It was a club at times. The swag surfing, the
Yeah.
suck that tiger, you know what, chants that came with 4 times throughout the which I wish that LSU wouldn't do that. I don't really know when that started. I'm not the biggest fan of the STTDB chant that is out there. I'll tell you after the show if you're not familiar, but it goes out. Anybody that follows LSU a little bit, Scott Van Pelt, all these people, let the band play Neck. Not the biggest fan of Neck, just because, like, for a long time I had a 5-year-old with me, you know? It's just
Yeah, it's
like,
a little much. Yeah.
it's a little much. Some of the Ole Miss people said they need to pray for us. You know, Death Valley, and that it lived up to its reputation once again in that Ole Miss game, and we'll see what happens. We play Justin Moore's Arkansas Razorbacks
Oh, that's gonna be a tough one,
this
man.
weekend.
That's gonna be a
Yeah,
tough
I was
one.
hoping JR would join. So
In Arkansas.
I think JR probably avoided us tonight simply so I wouldn't put him on the spot with a Justin Moore bet. And again, it's just so he would come on the show because our last exchange didn't end so nice. You know, like, let's just
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little different. That was a little different.
a little
different.
different to say the least.
That was the craziest show we've ever done, and it's never been seen. All right.
Never, and it will never be seen. The
Never
audio
will
and all
be
that's
seen.
too terrible.
Insane. But I will say this.
Insane.
Justin Moore's got a new album out. And if you hadn't listened to it, seriously, I've been listening. Oh my God, dude. This
Unreal.
may be some of the best stuff he's ever done.
It
This
is.
is so good. And the collaborations he's got on there, Blake Shelton, Dierks Bentley on there.
Yep.
Dude, who else is it? What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Oh man. Anyway, check it
Randy
out.
Hauser.
Dude. Randy Hauser. Yes, Randy
Yeah,
Hauser.
there it is.
Oh my
Sorry.
God, dude. So I know. I can't believe I forgot that one. But so good, man. So dang good. I've just been digging into that here recently, and it's worth listening to. Them boys are killing it.
They are killing it. It is a flat out amazing album. I've been jamming it since
Yeah.
it came out last Friday. SC, to answer your question, Blasey lives in Louisiana tonight. So
I do.
But he lives in Florida full time.
I do. I live in Florida. I'm in the old panhandle.
Hilton coming in here at the end. I love it. Blasey,
Yep.
you know what I'm ready to go do?
Oh.
I'm ready to go
explore the neighborhood. Meet the
explore
neighbors.
the neighborhood, introduce you
I'm
to
ready
the
to do
neighbors.
this too.
Formally.
Tales from the hood. Maybe
Tales
that's
from
what
the
it is.
hood.
Yeah.
Should we record it, gang? I think we should.
Why
I
wouldn't
think
we?
we should. Boys, it's been a good one. And ladies, appreciate
Yes. Thank
all
y'all.
of y'all.
Seriously.
Hit the like button if you hadn't done it. Subscribe if you hadn't done it. Share it. Share this wherever you're watching. You're watching on Facebook, Twitter, X, or wherever. Share it, like it, retweet it, repost it. Do all of that stuff. We appreciate you guys,
Yes.
and we'll see y'all next